Very nice. Got everything all set. I really like the packaging on these. I think it's pretty cool. I really hope we do more of these kind of sets. They do have a Modern Decks one coming up this year. It's got Sky Strikers, so all the remaining imports, Mitsurugi, and then X-Sabers, which I'm very excited for. A lot of the X-Saber stuff could use reprints, so very happy about that. Plus they got all the new support coming out, so imagine it's the best of both worlds, but they do have the full card list on the back. Do like that as well. Hopefully more stores have these fully stocked. It was kind of hard to find them for a while, but I imagine a few months have passed, so things have greatly improved. I hope.
Yeah.
But we have 3 copies of every deck. Maximize all of our copies just so we can get all these decks going. We are going to build one of each of the just general Stardust, Yusei, Junk Synchro. A lot of it's using the Junk Warrior cards. Black Wings for Crow, and then we do have a Rose Dragon Plant Synchro formula for the Akiza deck. Which did get a nice little burst of support in Doom of Dimensions, so good amount of cards we got to collect from that as well to help out, but pretty cool stuff. Which pile do we want to start with? We got the left, the middle, and the right.
We'll go with the right.
We also have all the secret rares, which we'll get into at the end. So our right pile is Black Wings. Very cool.
Awesome.
For the most part, the Blackwing deck is primarily finished. It's just a matter of getting all the reprints from this set and then getting everything fully sleeved there. We do have to buy a few extra cards. A lot of the Assault Blackwing stuff was not reprinted in this, just because that's a lot more of an Arc 5 kind of wave of support for Crow. So we'll get that separately, and we'll get this deck finally fully built out. But shout out to Blue Eyes Guy 5 for sending in a good majority of this. At least the original Blackwings deck. So let's see what the new cards came in from this set. Vayu, the Emblem of Honor. Very cool. I like how he has a little jacket there. Pretty nice. Icarus Attack. Very cool. Blackbird Close. Always love the artwork on this. Armor Master. Very nice. No Tongue the Starlight. Got to get that extra normal summon. Gale the Whirlwind. Bora the Spear. Droll and Lockbird. Chris the Krackodon. So you get 2 Drolls. Sharnga the Waning Moon. Orochi the Squall. Needed him. Harmattan the Dust. Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. Get 2 of that. Simoon the Poison Wing. 2 of those. Oh, 3. Good full playset. Ghost Mourner and Moonlit Chill. Vata the Emblem of Wandering. This is a nice one. Very easy to put out a Blackwing Dragon, but he's got the little Kaiba coat, which I think is cool. At least that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Shamal the Sandstorm. Nice way to get Blackfeather Whirlwind on the field. Full playset of him. Chinook the Snowblast. It's a pretty cool name. Sudri the Phantom Glimmer. If you want a higher rarity, this can also be obtained in Darkwing Blast. Oh yeah, the Molkaris are also reprinted here. We got Fu Walos. Let's go Space Typhoon. Book of Moon. Black Whirlwind. 2 copies of that. Forbidden Chalice. Called by the Grave. Blackfeather Whirlwind. Ooh, 2 copies. Very cool. Delta Crow Anti-Reverse. Crow. Twin Shadow. Very nice. Blackwing Armed Wing. Silverwind the Ascendant. Blackwing Dragon. Full Armor Master. Blackwinged Assault Dragon. 2 of those. Boreas Storm the Wicked Wind. 2 of those guys. Hey! Shout out to Lestat for stopping by. Hand traps alone are worth picking up the set. Yeah, especially the Molkari stuff. But I kind of forgot a lot of the other hand traps were reprinted in here, so very much worth it for that alone, but you do also get 3 Synchro decks, so can't complain there. I think only the Yusei one has newer support cards just because in the OCG, they got a structure deck dedicated for it. But here, we get a legendary deck, which I think is much better, but to each their own. Get all the hollows separate. Get those sleeved.
Awesome.
adjust the camera here. There we go. Now we have more visibility of everything. And this one's really hard to open. There it is. They have these tiny little tabs that you peel to just open the little cover, but sometimes it's a little bit harder. Get all of our hollows. Very nice. And we'll start sleeving them. I'll grab the box here that has our Blackwing deck. Not fully finished, but... Okay, what do we need here? If I remember correctly... Need two of you for sure. I do like that there's a rarity bump of Blackbird Close, so I'll slide you in there. Very nice. Get our sleeves out, so we'll sleeve up the rest.
Wonderful.
And then I also wanted that Blackwing Armed Wing. Where are... There you are. I think I also need an Orochi. Where is that round bird? Yeah, very round. Gotta get my round guy, you know? Alright, let's start with the extra deck stuff. Just so... Get all my ducks in a row here. Actually, I already have the sleeve, so... Those no tongues are going to come in handy. Extra normal summons are always appreciated. I wanted to throw an Armed Wing because it is just a Blackwing synchro, but I thought he looked cool. There we go. Okay, so let's double check here. We got our Gales. We have our Shamals. Another Darkwing Blast if you want a higher rarity there. I forgot Vata, the Emblem of Wandering, was also a Darkwing Blast card. For some reason I thought it was a Battles of Legend, but I guess not. Let's see, what else are we missing? Here we go. So I'll switch out the Blackbird Close, but we did need an Orochi, so I'm gonna sleeve you up real quick. We'll do a full profile once we have the final cards, but we are missing just a few of the Blackwing Assault cards. So once we have those in order, we'll be able to fully get this going off the ground. But again, huge shout out to Blue Eyes Guy 5 for sending a good majority of the Blackwing stuff we needed. Can you check your phone to make sure the stream is coming in okay?
Oh, yeah.
Usually it has a counter or like a little timer on the side here, but it's not. So I have no idea if I'm actually streaming. And I have no idea how I'm supposed to stop the stream because the UI is completely... Oh, return that so it doesn't... Thank you. Okay, so it is coming through. It's just... My UI is completely bugged. I have no way to stop the stream. Oh, this is going to be fun. We'll figure that out. We might just have to force quit here, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Where did the rest of my stuff go? I can't even see who's watching. This is terrible. Well, that's not good.
But it is working.
Okay, live chat. I can at least see chat. That's a start. Okay. On to pile number 2, or deck number 2. We'll review some of the decks as well in case people want to see what other cards are printed. But Boreas Storm and Blackwinged Assault Dragon are also Darkwing Blast cards. Also get your Bestials there. It's very nice. So we'll open up to the audience which pile you want to see next. The one on the left or the one on the right. While I get everything sleeved up over here.
Please.
I don't know where it all went. That's weird. I'll have to update Streamlabs.
Oh, yes.
That might be how we fix this. I finally returned to streaming and everything goes haywire.
Oh.
Ooh, it's an unfortunate event.
Yeah.
All right, there is our Blackwing loot pile. Fantastic. All right, which one do you want to do next? The left or the right?
Can I have you pick?
We'll do the one on the right.
Oh, okay.
Woo!
Let's see what it is.
Rose dragons and just general plant synchros.
Whoa.
Come on, where's okay? The little tab to open up the packaging is in a different spot on each one, so it's very. I have to frantically search for a minute to figure out where it's at. So don't worry, I'll open the cards as quickly as I can. I'm just gonna figure out what that is. Miracle fertilizer. I like this.
Oh.
What is that? Nettles? Is that the little plant guy? I think that's what it is. Black garden. Basil rose shoot. Blooming of the darkest rose, which is very cool.
Oh yeah.
Perilous Empress of Blossoms. Prialis. I butchered that. On Fire Blossom. Give you a full play set. As expected, that's a very good card. Witch of the Black Rose. Spore!
Oh, the eyes.
There's a newer one that works with Ancient Fairy Dragon, but Spore is cool. A little orb. It's a once per duel card, whereas the Ancient Fairy Dragon retrain, what is it, Fairy Spore or something? Or Spore the Fairy, something like that. But that one is a once per turn. But still, Spore's pretty cool. Rose Lover, Blue Rose Dragon, Ghost Ogre. I was kind of hoping all the Rose Dragons would be together so I could just do like a Red Rose Dragon, White Rose Dragon,
Oh,
Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood, Rose Princess,
so beautiful.
Rose Girl, Rocks Rose Dragon. Again, if they were all back to back, would be kind of funny. Ready Rose Witch. I think this one, yeah, helps with Witch of the Black Rose. Molkarmi Meowls. Monster Reborn. Terraforming. Very nice. Another Miracle Fertilizer. Another Black Garden. Fragrant Storm. Thorn of Malice. Frozen Rose. White Rose Cloister. Isn't Cloister a Pokemon? Basil Rose Shoot. Infinite Impermanence. Oh, I thought it would be a full playset. Black Rose Dragon, Splendid Rose, Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, Garden Rose Maiden, Cross Rose Dragon, Ruddy Rose Dragon, and Garden Rose Flora. Whew, definitely need those Ruddy Rose Dragons. Also plan on splashing a couple into Sister. In. Ah!
Oh.
Jeez. That was embarrassing.
No, it wasn't. I disagree.
My camera. Gotta be careful. Can't believe I knocked it over. How horrifying. Alright, let's get these hollows sleeved.
It's too many roses.
A lot of roses. I mean, it is the Rose Dragon deck, so we would hope so. I'm going off of memory of what the deck was that I was building out for this. Definitely know we need you guys. Couple of you. We can always go back and change it if I didn't get it all 100%, but. We do have some of the cards already built. Most of the stuff from Doom of Dimensions and a few extras I was planning on splashing in. Spore! I had a couple Lone Fire Blossoms already, so we just need 2. Or just 1 to get the deck going, so. I have that deck box right here, so we'll get these shoved in there. Very nice. I think I actually, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and add you in. I think I had a copy, but I can't remember off the top of my head, so. Kind of go as we can here. That's the thing, is not being able to access Neuron to double check my deck list is unfortunate, but we'll figure it out. So get our hollows here. Bam. think of what else we're missing. I think we're pretty much good to, yeah, we're pretty much good to go. Let's need you. Grab play sets of you guys. Not sure if I had 1 or 2 ready rows, so we can just add that in just to be safe. There we go. So we'll get that into the Rose Dragon pile. You guys slid into there. I don't know if I ran a copy of Blooming of the Darkest Rose, but we can slide one in too.
Yeah.
Just to be safe.
Awesome.
Get in there. All right, and now deck number 3. I was able to find the tab this time, so I could open it much
yes.
faster. Get our loot here. And I don't think we really need anything else. Perfect, yeah. So go into that pile.
Nice.
Get you guys sleeved up.
You're very fast in sleeping and reading the names.
I was practicing last night because I was reading through a bunch of decks I was working on.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, deck profiles will resume in February. Got a bunch of videos recorded for just general mail day, but we do have a few deck profiles ready to go, one of which will be finished by this stream. As our final deck actually has majority of the stuff we need for our next profile.
Beautiful.
So those should be coming back in a couple weeks. Very excited for that. All right, so let's jump into the final pile here, which is a Junk Warrior deck. It also has a bunch of like Yusei and Stardust stuff, so it's a grouping of decks, if you will. Where
Awesome.
do I open you? There we go. So we'll cover some of the brand new cards from this one. Actually go and read through them.
Nice.
Very nice. So we'll start with Full Speed Warrior. Monsters you control that mention Junk Warrior or are synchro monsters with Warrior in the original names. Gain 900 attack during the battle phase only, kind of like Speed Warrior's little attack boost he's got. It's normal, especially someone you get to add a Junk Synchron or spell or trap that mentions Junk Warrior from deck to hand. It's a nice little searcher too. Very nice. Scrap Synchron. That's 2 archetypes right there. Which pretty funny because they do have some Synchron searchers and they do have a reprinting of Scrapyard for the first time. So you can grab your Scrap Tuners, which this guy technically is. For Synchro Summon, you can substitute this for any Synchron Tuner. If you Synchro Summon a monster that mentions a Synchron Tuner's material, this card in the hand can also be used as material. Monster control that mentions Junk Warrior or Synchro monster with Warrior in the original name would be destroyed by battle or card effect. You can banish Scrap Synchron instead. Kind of like Scrap Iron Scarecrow. He's a nice little protector. Synchro Fellowship. This is awesome. Add 2 monsters from deck to hand, 1 Junk Synchron and 1 monster that mentions Junk Warrior or Stardust Dragon, and you get to discard a card. So it's a nice, easy way to put a monster in the graveyard for Junk Synchron to revive. You can banish this card from the graveyard to target a Synchro monster you control, reduce its level by 1, then normal summon a Synchron monster during your main phase of this turn in addition to your normal summon / set. Very nice. So it's a nice little double searcher, helps set up the grave for Junk Synchron, level modulation, and then gives you an extra normal. This is the big star of the show, Junk Warrior Extreme. Junk Synchron plus 1 or more non-tuners. Who is Synchro Summoned, you can special summon as many level 2 or lower monsters as possible from the grave. Now the player can activate those monsters' effects this turn, and you can only special summon once more. That's a special summon altogether, not just from the main or extra deck, just 1 more special summon. This card destroys an opponent's monster by battle. You can banish this card, special summon a Junk Synchro monster from the extra deck, treat it as a Synchro Summon. So nicely would just tag out into your other junk monsters. But ideally, if you tap into the original Junk Warrior, then you would get a nice boost from all those level 2s you revived. So that's pretty cool. Scrap Warrior acquires Scrap Synchron and one more non-tuner monsters. So pretty cool that Scrap Synchron got his own little warrior. He's a little tiny guy. Monsters control that mentioned Junk Warrior or a Synchro monster with Warrior in the original name cannot have their activated effects negated except Scrap Warrior. You can negate him. That's fine though. If this card is Synchro Summon, you can take a Junk Synchron or a card that mentions Junk Warrior from deck, either add to the hand or just send it to the graveyard. Very nice. Anchor Bolt Hedgehog. This one's a really good one to mill out or just discard thanks to Fellowship. Control Junk Warrior or monster that mentions it, except Anchor Bolt Hedgehog. And this card is in the graveyard. Special summon it in defense position. Cannot special summon from the extra deck except for Synchro monsters. So pretty much discard this guy with Fellowship, revive him with Junk Synchron, go into Junk Warrior, revive Anchor Bolt through his effect, and continue your plays from there. So that's pretty cool. Or you can go to Junk Speeder and get a bunch of tuner monsters out, and then climb into Junk Warrior, then get this guy out and continue to Synchro Summon. Crossroads Sonic Chick. If a tuner is sent to the graveyard even during the damage step, it's a free special summon from graveyard or hand, but it banishes itself when it leaves the field. Then if you have Junk Warrior or monster that mentions it on the field that is in Crossroads Sonic Chick, you can change all monster opponent controls with 900 more attack to defense position and get locked into synchros from the extra deck. One-way synchro. Take a level 1 tuner from the deck or graveyard, and either add it to the hand or special summon it. Control Junk Warrior monster that mentions it. This card's in the graveyard. You can set this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. So it's a nice little 1-for-1 from your deck for little tuners. You can either just grab them from deck or graveyard, or just get it back into the hand. Alright, so let's get our sleeving on. Need one of you. Need one of you. Need a full play set of you. So we got 3 decks. I think I only had 2 of you guys. And then 2 of you. Did also need a one-way synchro. It's very handy. And you guys. Junk Synchron. Very cool. Pretty much revives a level 2 or lower monster from grave when he's normal summoned. Nice way to just get into Junk Speeder. Nice, they give you 2. Wheel Synchron. This is one of the few tuners that can treat itself as a non-tuner. That comes in very handy. Stardust Synchron. They give you a full playset of that. Very handy. Easily gets itself from hand or grave back onto the field. Revolution Synchron. Very handy. Nice little like newer version of Glow Bulb. But also uses itself from the hand as material, which is cool. Satellite Synchron. Very nice. Assault Synchron. Jet Synchron. Junk Converter. Nice way to search out your Junk Synchron. Oh, they do reprint Doppel Warrior. Wasn't sure if they did. Effect Veiler, classic Yusei card. Ash Blossom. Mulkarmi Perulia. On your mark, it said Duel. Tuning. Very nice. They also gave you an alt art for tuning, which is nice. Duelist Genesis. That's the original set that debuted Synchros. Also became a spell card, which is nice. Synchro Rumble. Clashing Souls. That's pretty awesome artwork. Scrap Fist. Again, just super awesome action shot there. 1-for-1. There's Scrapyard. Called by the Grave. Crossout Designator. Forbidden Droplet. Synchro Zone. More Infinite Permanence. There's the Junk Warrior. That's the alt art. You can get a collector's rare. I believe it's Maze of Millennia that has it. Junk Speeder. Definitely got to use him. Stardust Dragon. Excel Synchro. Stardust Dragon. Formula Synchron. Stardust Warrior. Shooting Star Dragon. And Crimson Dragon. Get a lot of really good reprints here. Okay, so let's need you. A lot of these already have cards set aside, so if I'm not adding it in, don't worry. We do have the cards. It's just I already had them set aside. I'm just grabbing the stuff that I needed additional copies of. I think I need you. I'm going to grab the alt arts of tuning, but I'll save the regular ones for another deck. Definitely need you. Definitely need you. Definitely need you. And I think I need you guys. I don't know if I grabbed any Junk Synchrons. I know we used a lot of our hollows for the Junk Lord deck, so if you do want to see what the original Stardust Junk Synchro deck looks like, that is still on the channel.
Next.
Very iconic video. I think it's like one of the longer profiles we've done. Just so much stuff added into it. Like we had a full-on side deck that you could interchange with your extra and main. Had a bunch of additional cards added in. We did like an Instagram stream for it, so it was really cool. Big shout out to Junk Collectibles. I know he changed his name, but Junk Lord, Junk Collectibles, shout out to the GOAT. Sent in a bunch of stuff for us. All right, get more of our holos, more of you guys. We'll get the full playset just in case. I may not need it, but I should be fine. I don't know if I have all the Stardust Synchron, so throw those in there. Yep, you. I think I had 2 Synchro Rumbles, so we'll throw those in. Always good to have 1 for 1. That's a good reprint. I wasn't sure if, I can't remember off the top of my head how many junk speeders I had in the box. Actually, I think we only had 1 of these, so you guys can go over here. Definitely need that playset. I was using 2 of you guys, so you guys can head on in there. There we go. And the final deck. Third and final copy of the Synchro deck, or Junk deck, I guess. Kind of wish they had more Junk Synchros put in here, like Warrior Synchros. I do like the extra decks for each of these, but I feel like the Yusei one could have had a few more cards. That's just me. I guess beggars can't be choosers. We're getting a lot of good loot out of this. Where is it? There it is. I think we should be good. I was gonna say, because I already had a lot of these, or a few other synchros that'll be taking place. Like, they have Shooting Star Dragon, but they don't have Shooting Quasar Dragon. Would have been cool to have him as well. Just because he floats into Shooting Star, so. A lot of duelists back in the day would run Shooting Quasar, or at least multiples of just like big level 12 synchros, go into them, and then you would just throw in an extra copy of Shooting Star, just because you could easily float into it and just cheese it out of the extra deck. All right, okay, here's the box. Whew. Got regular TCG sleeves, so probably end up using those, but let's get everything organized here. Okay, let's double check what we already got. Got you guys. Okay, I did have 2 junk speeders. Very nice. Oh, I've got the alt art for 1-for-1 that has a Sonic chick. Huh. I did come prepared. Okay, Synchro Fellowship we'll need. We'll need tuning. I'll get everyone organized by how many copies we've got of them.
Oh, wonderful.
Junk speeder can go back here. Same with 1-for-1. Put the Synchro Rumble there. Okay, so I didn't have any copies of Junk Synchron, so it's a good thing I grabbed that play set. Wheel, Revolution, Junk Converter. We did have a copy of Synchro Rumble, so I should just need 1. Trying to get everything organized here. There we go. Did need to grab an extra Stardust Synchron. There we go. Back in the pile you go.
Wonderful.
We'll get all of them organized later, but just getting everything kind of loosely set together. The plan here. There we go. So we have our full Stardust Synchro deck, or Junk Warrior Stardust Synchro. So we'll get that fully sleeved, and that will be one of the first ones we get fully profiled. I'll get the Blackwing one done, as that one's like super close to being done. We just need like 1 or 2 cards, and then the Rose Dragon will be a little bit more. I gotta search through binders and little cubes, but we do have a good majority, but a lot of the stuff from Doom of Dimensions I'm gonna need to grab multiple copies of. Woo! Time for the fun part. The secret rares. Little bonus packs here. So these will also probably help with some of the rarity bumps, but we do get some alt arts here.
Oh, nice.
Little chibi versions of the dragon. So we got a Stardust, a Black Rose, a Black Winged, a Yusei, and a Kiza, and a Crow.
Awesome.
So you get each of the little signature dragons and the signature duelists. I'll set these aside, as I do want to actually like put them into the deck.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of cool to have them.
Awesome.
I know we're running at least 2 of each Signer Dragon in our decks. Actually, I'll break out the... Since I already have these sleeves meant for the junk deck, we'll actually kind of swap out the sleeves of some of the junk and Stardust cards we sleeved up, as I realized it probably would have just been easier to sleeve with the Dogmatica and Albaz sleeves we've got, but oh well. Should be fine though.
Yeah.
Bam.
You're trading, huh?
Swapping out. All right, here we'll get these guys all organized. Get the 2 Stardust over here. I'll drop the Black Rose in their little deck. There we go, our deck box. And then the Black Wings I'll put over here. And we'll get those inserted off stream. There we go.
Awesome.
Sweet. There's our final little grouping. Let me unsleeve a few more cards.
Oh. Swaps.
Just need 6. So we just grab 3 more cards. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Outstanding. There we go. It's all the cards sleeved. I did bring way too many extra sleeves, but that's okay. We'll save those for a future couple box breaks or set openings. Whew! That was the legendary 5Ds decks. We'll get to work off camera getting all the decks set up. But the Stardust Junk one is good to go. We just need to fully sleeve everything and organize it. And then that should be ready for profile. Black Wings will get fixed up pretty quickly. That'll be one of our collabs with Blue Eyes Guy, so that'll be very exciting. I know last time we did a Dream Mirror deck with him, but we'll be pivoting over to the Synchros and Black Wings for our next effort with him. So very much appreciate that. Shout out to Stavo on Instagram as well. If you check us out on Instagram, I did tag him that he was the one who helped secure all these boxes. So big round of applause to him for helping get all these decks secured. It was kind of hard to get them at first, but very much appreciate his support and his help. We finally got a full deck built. We'll get a few others fully built as well. So stay tuned for that. Got a bunch of decks ready to go, so early February you'll start to see profiles again. A lot more mail day stuff, and obviously Burst Protocol comes out early February, so we'll get a few boxes of that and try and open that up, but that'll be our next adventure. In any case, I've been Sir Blackson97. Thank you all for tuning in and for watching, and we'll see you all next time. I'm going to just exit out of this.